Hello DP2. So we are going to look at examples on geometric sequence now. We are going to look at page 464, example number 1. Right? So number 1, example 1 and number 1. For each of the geometric sequence, we have to write down the first term, the common ratio, and the 10th term for all of this, for A, B, and C. Okay, we're going to be starting with part A now. So part A says 2/6/1854. So U1 is my first term, excuse me, which is 2. To find the ratio, the rule is term 2 divide by term 1, 6 divide by 2, which is 3. So common ratio is 3. Now using my U1 and the R, I have to find my 10th term. To find the 10th term, my general formula is U1 times R to the power of n minus 1. You don't have to memorize this formula. This formula is provided to you on the formula sheet. So to find the U10, 2 times 3 to the power of 10 minus 1, which is 2 times 3 to the power of 9. Once you click that on the calculator, you get your answer like this. Okay. Part B. Part B, my sequence was -3, 6, -12, 24. So my U1, that is my first term, which is -3. The first term is the first element, right? Ratio, term 2 divide by term 1, which is 6 divided by -3. Your ratio is -2. To find the excuse me, to find the 10th term, again I'm using my general term formula there, right? I'll substitute the value of U1 and the ratio. Keep in mind, when you're simplifying, you're using brackets because negative sign involved, and you might make mistakes if you don't use the brackets, right? So my answer is 1536. Part C, my general sequence is 16, 8, 4, 2. U1 is 16, the first term. The ratio is term 2 divided by term 1, 8 divided by 16, which is half. U1 times R to the power of n minus 1, 16 times half to the power of 10 minus 1, which is 16 times half to the power of 1. And then your value should be 0.03125. You can click that on the calculator and you will get the answer. Okay. Then we are going to go on to number 2 of example 1, which says it says Caroline is studying a new job. She earns $48,000 in her first year, and her salary increases by 5%. So in the second year, her salary will increase by another 5%. In the third year, another 5% of the previous amount. So you can see that Caroline's annual salary follows a geometric sequence. So this question already tells us that it's a geometric sequence question, and we have to state the common ratio for that, and we have to calculate how much Caroline will earn in her 5th year of work, right? Okay, so from that I can see my first term is 48,000, and it increases by 5%. So 5% is same as 0.05. 48,000 times 5%. So every year her amount will increase, her pay will increase by 2,400. And then when I want to find the value for the third year, I'll increase the 5% of 50,400, right? 5% of the previous value will be increased. Okay. So when I have my first two terms, my first term here is 48,000. My common ratio, term 2 divided by term 1. And you can see that once I divide, I get 1.05. To find the pay for the 5th year, you will substitute that in the formula. U1 times R to the power of n minus 1. 48,000 times 1.05 to the power of 5 minus 1, which will be 4. Right? And you get this value. Okay, the most fancy question of this example. Now, there's two sets of information given here. It says the third term of a positive geometric sequence is 63 and the 5th term is 567. Find the common ratio and first term. Okay, we can see there's two sets of information given here. The third term and the 5th term. Okay, And when I'm putting that into my formula, that's my third term, which is 63, and I'm putting it in my formula. So that answer is 63 is equals to u1 times r to the power of 3 minus 1. That's my first simplified expression. And for the u5, the fifth term, I am putting it in the general term formula, and when simplified I get 567 is equals to u1 times r to the power of 4. Okay, the logical way or the trickier way of doing it, we have to solve these two simultaneously, or the trickier way, since it's geometric, I can do the bigger one divided by the smaller one. The bigger term, this is my bigger one, divided by the smaller one. So this entire equation is for my bigger one, and this entire equation is for my smaller one. You will see this is what I have been doing now. So there, 567 is equals to u1 times r to the power of 4 divided by 63 is equals to u1 times r squared. So 567 divided by 63, you only get a 9. u1 and u1 will cancel. R to the power of 4 divided by r squared. So there's 4 r's on the top, there's 2 r's here. Once I'll cancel the 2 from the bottom and 2 from the top, I'm left with 2 r's on the top. There you go. Right? To find the value of r, square will go as square root, and my value for r is 3. So I found my r. To find the other term, that's u1, I can substitute this value of r in any one of the original. Either this one or this one. So I'm just using the first one. There you go. My r was 3, and then I'm getting rid of that. Divide by 9. My u1 is left on this side, and the value of u1 is 7. So I found my u1, and I have found my r. There you go. Thank you.